We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And he got blown up on that. Play back at the 20. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Slow.
Now Taylor. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the grab by Croft. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
With it is Brown. Well, very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. First and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They'll give to Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now contact contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build on. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Point after now from Catanzaro. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Slow.
This time Taylor will throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film. Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they rip.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. This is Clement. Down to the 25. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now they'll throw with Taylor. On the move to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Third and long, it's Taylor. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And And Lutz's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Bucs now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. They'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Damarious Randall. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Taylor. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. This is Howard on second down. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Taylor going to try and hurry him to the line. On third down, this is Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They start the second half here with Williams, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Taylor buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And look at this. Another fake. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a pitch out to Williams. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Over! Slam! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Leopard!
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Down to about the 22 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Gone! Watch it now, Barney!
Again, this to Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go. Leopard.
Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about...
Now Taylor on first down. They'll set up the screen to Howard. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Taylor to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Taylor. Now he's flushed out left. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds and they get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. A beautiful spin and room to run. 30, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because now
he's going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. From midfield now, here's Taylor. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now it's Taylor. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Taylor now throwing on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyrod Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Now Taylor going to lead his guys up to go for 2.
Slow.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Alert. 3 down. Check.
This is Jones. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Watch him now, Barney.
Back to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
On 1st down, it's Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Wait a second. They did not accept that.